everyone. I'm Christine Di Maculangan. I'm your founding president of the Philippine Nurses Association of America, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky chapter. Welcome once again to another episode of our Who's Who series for our Filipino Nurse Connection podcast. And once again, I am joined by our current president, Miss Janet Bagigan. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Christine. Hi, everybody. Hi, Melanie and Jackie. All right, so let's start with the first question, Christine.
Yes.
So, why don't you introduce yourself? Let's start with Melanie.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. My name is Melanie. I'm currently serving as board member of this Filipino Nurses Association, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky chapter. I have been a member since its inception in 2010, which makes me a founding officer and member of this chapter. I grew up in the City of Love, which is Iloilo City, Philippines. I have graduated from Central Philippine University in the year 2000 for my bachelor's degree in nursing. And since then, I have completed my master's and doctorate degree in nursing, both from Xavier University here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Awesome, awesome. How about you, Jackie? Why don't you introduce yourself first?
Hello, my name is Jackie Lorenzo, and I am actually the current Assistant Secretary of the chapter. I've been with with PNA since I would say 2012 because I was not a nurse at that time, but because we Filipinos we like to have friends. I've been with them that long, and every activities that they have, I'm actually joining them until I decided to be a nurse aide, and they encouraged me to pursue to become a nurse. So since then, they've been my resources, they've been my mentor, especially Melanie. She's actually the person that I run to if I have questions.
Awesome.
Wow.
So Christine, fun fact. So, when I met Jackie, she was a friend of Melanie and Cam. So, and then we're like, why don't you become a nurse? So, and then now she is a nurse. So that's
Wow, look at
a good
that.
story. Yes. So let's go to our next question. Christine, what do you want to ask?
Well, did Jackie mention where you came from
Oh
from the
yeah, in the Philippines.
Philippines?
Yes. You didn't mention that yet.
I am from the Ifugao Mountain Province. I actually and also graduated here in Cincinnati State, and I am currently working at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, where I also take my bachelor's degree.
So, Miss Jackie, let's see. You mentioned you're working at UC, University of Cincinnati. What is your specialty?
So my unit specialty is actually elective orthopedics and cardiovascular, but I am also a charge nurse, a preceptor for the Air Force's nurses, and I am the chair of our unit-based committee, and I just recently joined the acute shared governance of the hospital.
Right. How about Melanie?
My clinical background is in medical, surgical, and ICU nursing. But as far as specialty, I would say that my specialty area is in nursing education. I have been in the academia for the past 17 years, and 3 of those years were actually back home in the Philippines where I started my nursing education career. Currently, I work full-time as an associate professor at one of the local universities here in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I teach both graduate and undergraduate nursing students.
Very well said. She's very experienced. They're both experienced nurses indeed. So the last question is, what is your why? Why did you join PNA Cin-NKy? Let's start with Jackie.
So the reason why I joined the organization is because I saw that there is a professional growth in the nursing field. What I mean by that is PNAA is actually a very good resources in developing new nurses like me to become a leader. We are not as yes, we do work, or I work at bedside, but down the road I would also like to be part of the management. So by saying that, PNAA is actually a very good resource and help. They are helpful in building us nurses to be a leader one day.
Awesome. So let's ask Melanie, what is your why? Why did you join PNA Cin-NKy chapter?
Sure. So this question takes me back in 2010 when we were getting ready to apply to become a chapter, and we were creating our bylaws and putting together our logos, and that was quite a task. And I think for me, the reason has always been to be part of something bigger than myself. And as nurses, we are wired and conditioned to be part of the team, to be team players. And by doing so, we could create a big impact into whatever it is that we put our minds into. And for me, joining forces with other nurses, Filipino nurses here in Cincinnati, and also other organizations other than Filipino organizations, but both local and global, we can make a much bigger impact than just me doing something that could make a difference for our profession, for our community, for our patients, and for our home country.
Very well said.
Wow, that's really nice to hear. I see the extremes here from a bedside nurse. Jackie has mentioned, being a member of this organization, we actually develop our members into, that professional growth, allowing us to be leaders someday. Which, yes, we don't we start off as bedside nurses, but eventually, whether it, as you said, whether it's in our workplace or in the organization, this association provides us opportunity to reach that. And with the extreme, not the other end of it, Miss Melanie, mentioned about being part of something bigger, a bigger entity, because again, this association not only connects us with the nurses here in our, local community, but also globally with our connections with other chapters in the nation as well as internationally. Isn't that really, I think that's a grand thing to really think about the big impact that being a member of this organization provides for each one of us, right, Janet?
Yes, being a part of something big is very inspiring. So I don't know about you, Christine. This episode is very inspiring for me. I
Yes,
can see how our mission and vision as a chapter, I can see why we have PNA Cin-NKy in the first place. So
that
another
is
exciting
right.
episode indeed.
Yes, well, thank you so much to our guests for tonight, Dr. Melanie Deza and Miss Jackie Lorenzo. Thank you. And we hope you all again join us for another episode of this Who's Who series. You all take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.